Welcome back to ANIMO Studios' Meet the Cast subseries for Tethered, Bound in a Boundless World. I'm your host, CJ Voices, and today I'll be interviewing one of our lovely cast members who have joined us for episode 4. Before we do that, please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell below. Now, please do go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name is Kyle Hay. I am playing Yuto Aizawa in the new series.
Indeed. And as you guys hear, he got a nice little accent on him. But it's okay.
Stop, make me blush.
It's okay though, because luckily Yuto already has an accent, also from that region of the. And I was so glad that you wanted to join because I needed somebody with an accent, and I didn't have anybody with an accent. And I was like, oh, thank goodness.
I was reading that character description, and I was like, man, I've really been like casted perfectly here. This guy is like exactly like me. It's crazy.
We have like nothing but American. And then I was like, please, please, somebody from the UK, I am begging. But yeah,
I couldn't believe my luck seeing that. Like I say, the fun facts about the British family and whatnot. Yeah, perfect. Mwah, chef's kiss.
But let's get into the questions. I got some questions for you, just about 9 of them, 9 to 10.
Go for it.
So first, I'm going to ask you, how long have you been doing voice acting? Professionally or unprofessionally, either way.
I'm very new to the scene. I've actually only started in April 2024, so it has been less than a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing like casual, write myself a script for like a YouTube video that I would read out, but that wasn't like voice acting to me. That was, this is the new loadout in Call of Duty. So I then moved on to ASMR more recently last year, and that's when I've kind of got more into the whole voice acting side of everything.
All right. Which that seems to be pretty common, especially amongst the people I know. There's a lot of people in the project who do like ASMR stuff on YouTube. Seems to be a pretty common theme.
Yeah, and I don't know how it happens. Everyone just kind of
I don't know either.
Seems to head that way. But...
Everyone's just like, yeah, I want to get into voice acting. Let me make an ASMR channel. I'm like, okay. It never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind at all.
Yeah, I don't know how I got into this, wherever I am now, but hey, it's worked out okay. I can't complain.
Indeed. So, what projects have you been a part of, if you've been a part of any?
This is the first proper one for me.
I've
had a couple of things that like came close and got cancelled. So this is the first one where, it's made it way further than anything else. I'm pretty excited for this one, to be honest. Like I say, no pressure though, being the first one and all. Yeah.
Very excited, especially to work with so many. Because you were not the first. That's like fairly new to the scene. A lot of people in the project are fairly new to the scene, which is what I prefer. Me, honestly, I prefer newer, fresher VAs.
It's fun. Everyone's hungry. You know, people want to do stuff and perform. Yeah, I think it's really great.
It really brings out the inner passion that I feel that a lot of seasoned VAs are starting to lose because they've been doing it for. So.
Yeah, I get you. No, I like it. I recognize some of the faces in here as well from the ASMR scene. Funnily enough, 1 or 2 of them, which has been nice as well. I know they're also hungry to be doing this stuff more and more.
Certainly.
I think it's great.
Some of them very much, like probably more than me. Like, oh man, especially Sayu. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for Sayu to voice the project. Oh, it's gonna be.
Yes.
So let's move to the next question. I can talk about Sayu all day. That's my boy.
Oh, giddy! Yeah, I love it.
So, who or what inspired you to become a voice actor?
That is a great question that I wish I had a better answer to. Originally, the voice acting stuff kind of came almost more from the YouTube side of I wanted to prove a point to people that I can, do YouTube as a whole. But also, it's an embarrassing. It's too late now, and I'm down the rabbit hole. I watch a lot of ASMR role plays. You caught me. You got me. But I was something about it that was like, I love to inspire and I love to relax people as well. It's like, that's kind of what ASMR is, and maybe the British accent is more of a niche as well, so I've got my own little market that I could help bring to people. Yeah, so it's really nice to go, this is a thing I could do. I could also, help people sleep at night, which is lovely. I love that. Not everyone uses ASMR for sleep, of course, but it's still, one of the motivators.
Yeah.
And so watching other people and having that connection with ASMR artists myself has made me go, I could do that myself. And then I spiraled into also wanting to do more voice acting stuff that's not me whispering, it's being a bit more expressive as well. So here we are now.
Interesting. I've noticed there are two sides to this voice acting coin that people primarily lead through. It is either through ASMR stuff, or it's where I came from, which is voice impression. And it's always through those two pathways that people end up doing voice acting.
I do love watching fan dubs, but I look at them and go, man, I gotta get better impressions, because unless it's like a British guy that sounds like me, I don't know. It doesn't really work. But I'm learning, I'm trying.
That's all that matters. That's all that's important, that you're learning and you're trying. So
Exactly. Yeah.
So, getting into a nice little juicy question for you. About this series, about this project, or the studio itself, what is it that you're looking forward to the most?
I kind of touched on this earlier, but reading through Yuto's things like his debut, his facts, his love interest, things like just his character profile. Am I allowed to say this?
Yes, you're fine.
Okay, yeah. His character profile is it's so weirdly similar to me, with him being this passive but supportive, shy guy with a British accent, and it's this is just
dream
it
cast.
feels like a perfect casting. Yeah, I just can't wait to bring him to life through me, because it is just so on the nose. I don't even have to get into character. I'm just change my name a little bit, and I'm there. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was the goal, and I'm glad that you are so happy with your role.
Oh yes, very much so.
So, as we literally were just talking about, from the little that you've learned about your character so far, what was your first impression, immediately after you read about his character bio?
Ooh, that's a great question. He seemed sweet, like the kind that doesn't want to offend anyone or upset people, so he will kind of do his own thing, have his own space, but secretly maybe knows a lot about people, and understands others well, without saying much about it. And also being too afraid, maybe, to say about it.
Ooh. I see, this is why I love asking this question, because I've asked it to everybody else, and I just like to see how well they understand their character so far. And that last little bit you said nailed his character on the head.
Oh, you got me nervous for a second there. Good.
Nailed him
That's
on
a relief.
the head.
Lovely.
My goodness. See, that's that synchronization.
If we're all on the same page, we'll be just fine. Yeah, love it. Good. Okay. So I do understand him. That's nice. This is good to know.
So going back to you being an ASMR artist and whatnot.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people what goes into being an ASMR artist and what you do specifically?
Oh, you have to get into a strange mindset with ASMR, because it's not like, say, some voice acting where you're talking to someone. I sit there and talk into my mic, and there's no one there. And you, as a listener, I don't know what you're gonna say. I don't know what your name is, what your reply is, how your day was. So in my head, I have to sit there and guess, and just hope for the best, that I pause for the right amount of time. And that's a lot of it, is not only what I say and what my tone is, but hoping for the best that you are thinking what I'm thinking you're gonna say, but you might think I'm not thinking that, so you might try and say something else. And it's this terrible cycle of, I have no idea what you don't know what I'm gonna say. There's somewhere in there.
Definitely a mind space.
One-sided script. Yeah.
But at the same time, it does seem to be good practice for voice work, so.
Well, yeah, I do quite a lot of role plays at the moment, and so there's so many different characters, and I try to use some range of voice in them as well. There's so many different people that I try to be and talk to, that it gets to the point where you have quite a range of different types of character, even if they are still voiced by me.
Yeah. All right. So, what goals or aspirations do you have regarding doing voice work? What are your big goals and aspirations?
I'm a big gamer. I love playing games. And so one of the big dreams at some point is to scare myself by playing a game and then hearing back my own voice talking to me through that video game. And I know it's going to make me jump and probably want to make me stop playing, but I still would love to voice in a game at some point. And like I say, hear my own voice as some NPC somewhere.
Well, let's see. What type of games would you like to voice in? RPGs or?
Ooh. I feel like role playing would be more suited to me, but I also play a lot of FPS.
Ooh.
So it's that tough balance of, is it a game that I play a lot?
I would love to do FPS voiceover. I would love it. Like something like
great,
Call of
right?
Duty, dude. Oh my goodness, I would kill that. I swear, I would love it.
I know they have a whole day where they just sit there like making shouting noises because they've been hit by a bullet or something, and I love that. It sounds like such a laugh. So yeah, something like that someday would be just amazing. I'd love that.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, now we're getting into my two favorite questions on this list. First,
Ooh, okay.
What would you say is the hardest part about being a voice actor? Whether it's being a voice actor or the community, trying to get a role, like what do you feel to be the hardest part about it all?
Ooh, I think it's the mental resilience, especially with like getting roles and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure anyone that's ever tried voice acting will tell you how many auditions you can put out. Some
certain.
people might even reply to you, if you're lucky, to tell you no.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them won't say a word, and if you're lucky, you might catch one or two people that want to give you something. And so having that, being able to be rejected all the time for roles you'd love to do, you gotta have a strong mental for that. So if you're like new, getting into it, be prepared for that, because nothing can truly prepare prepare you for that until you start experiencing it. And man, it can hit. But it's so worth it when you do get roles or someone does offer you a role. That's the bit you want to really hold on to when the successes come.
Certainly. And I tell you, I understand that very much. Like mental fortitude is key trying to be a voice actor, especially if you're new. If you don't got good mental fortitude, you're probably gonna collapse from just stress.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to understand, there's always gonna be a lot of people auditioning for the same role as you. And you're not always gonna get that role you want. You have to just keep putting yourself out there. Eventually, you'll get there. It's a very eventuality type of thing.
Oh yes,
a lot of persistence. You gotta be persistent, and you gotta have that mental fortitude.
Yeah, and find things that you're suited to as well. Don't just throw darts and hope they hit. Go and aim for the ones that are more suited to you, and just to give yourself better chances and stuff.
Certainly. And now on to my other favorite question, which is the opposite, I guess, technically. But what is it that you love the most about being a voice actor?
Oh, the community. People tell me there's loads of drama, but I never see it. I have my nice, beautiful, lovely little corner where everyone is just so incredibly nice to me and positive and ride or die. I love it. People that follow me are just the best, and maybe I just got really lucky with that. And the VA community is secretly all evil, and they all go out and Hunger Games fight each other every night, and I don't get invited. But that's fine by me because everyone is so nice to me. The ones that I've met. So for me, the whole communal aspects and all the people that follow me are just fantastic. I'm very blessed to have the community I have.
And I will say that is a rare but amazing thing now.
Oh really? Okay. Yes. Interesting.
As a person who's been in the voice actor community for years, I can tell you I've had my amazing aspects of the voice acting community, and then the aspects that make me be like, why do I work with these people? Why do I work with these people? Like, what?
Interesting. Okay.
It's all based on me personally. One, how long you've been a voice actor, and two, what side of the voice acting community you're part of. Because there are many different sides of it. Like I said, there's the ASMR artist side, there's the voice impression side, there's the side where everyone's just constantly trying to get roles and I'm stuttering, animations and video games and whatnot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different sides to voice acting, and I feel like just certain parts are more toxic than me. Like
maybe that's what it is with ASMR. Everyone just wants to relax and fall asleep together. So yeah, I'm not gonna fight you, man. I'm gonna go and have a sleep.
The voice impression side's pretty chill. The newbies, like the new voice voice impressionists and whatnot, they're always so nice. They're always so nice and friendly. And then there's the seasoned ones.
They haven't been corrupted yet. Yeah,
my gosh,
turned.
dude. And like I like have seen their work, and I'm like, dude, I love your work. And they're I don't know. It's like I feel like they've been through too much in the community to want to talk to anybody. Because they kind of just push everyone off. They kind of just like shrug you off. Which is understandable, you know. I understand. I get how that is.
Yeah, I guess if you've been through enough, then it makes sense.
Because like you don't want to risk opening your door to someone that's going to be annoying. So you're just like, yeah, no, please leave me alone. I would rather be to myself.
No, I get it.
Yeah, certainly, the voice acting community could certainly be one of the most amazing communities.
I think I've definitely seen so much of that good side. Even with like voice actor friends and stuff coming through, and ASM artist friends, it's been like everyone's just really nice to each other, and we've all got on.
That should be the standard 24/7.
Yeah, do more of that, voice actors
Please,
that are mean.
do more of that. And now to our final question. Do you have any advice to give to anyone that wants to become a voice actor or do YouTube and do voice work on YouTube? And, like, from your point of view, do you have any advice?
Don't do it! Save yourselves! It's not
yeah, that's listen to this man. That's the number one advice I can give you. Don't
crazy! You have to be a certain amount of crazy to be doing this, man. People don't tell you how hard the work is sometimes.
Because like
I've been doing YouTube for many years, and
it's just I feel like my mental fortitude just like shatters on certain occasions, and I just lose my mind.
Oh yeah, there are so many things that will test you. If you have started YouTube, and you'll know the 3 grey arrows and 10 out of 10, that does things to a man or woman or person. Oh my word, you do not want to be on the back end of that. But then the occasional 1 out of 10 that shows up, 3 green arrows, everyone loves it. Oh, it keeps you going. It's I talk about YouTube like it's an addiction, and I think for some people like me, it turns into that. Yes,
it has to be at least a little bit for everyone.
Because like many addictions, it's not healthy.
Persistence that you have, you're just like, no, I really think I can do that, and then you try, and you fail, and you try and you fail, and then you eventually succeed. But at that point, you've lost your mind. So have you really
don't even feel anything anymore?
Have you really won if you've lost your mind immediately?
It is this endless cycle of, it's kind of like gambling in a way, because you put a load of work and effort in, and then you just have to hope that it hits red, you know, it goes positive and everything likes it, and yeah, that doesn't always happen.
Yeah, so, certainly not.
Mental fortitude, man, you gotta have it.
Yep, gotta have it. But that was our interview portion, and it was very fun. Loved your answers, loved your energy.
Thanks for having me. Yes, thank you.
Do you have any social media platforms you'd like to promote?
I do. You can follow me on Twitter or YouTube. I'm Kyle Hay ASMR and everything. That's Hay as in H-E-Y.
Alright, we'll be putting that on the screen and in the description below, so you can go check him out. But thank you for joining me on this episode of Meet the Cast. It was amazing. Very fun, very fun.
Yes, yeah, thank you.
To be honest, might have been as fun as the one with Sayu. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ooh.
Sayu, if you're watching this, look here, man. You gotta understand. You gotta understand.
I would take second to Sayu. It's fine. I understand.
It's
I know
the
my
British
place.
charm. Okay. You gotta understand, man.
It is Sayu. I know. I get it.
But yeah, this was very fun. I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode of Meet the Cast. We will have another episode out hopefully next week. So make sure you go check that out. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And yeah, do you have anything you want to say before we leave?
No. Should I? I probably should.
You probably should.
When life gives you lemons, eat them, but slowly because they're really sour. You're welcome.
That is amazing advice. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. Have a good night, everybody.